Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Mad Max Furygrounds. For those of you who haven't seen this game mode before, vehicles are on, throwables are triple, so all frag grenades, molotovs, etc. We have triple crossbows as well, and there are no crates. You also have melee weapons, but to be honest, you probably are going to want to pick up 2 crossbows, maybe a pan in reserve, and to block the occasional shot. So this is going to start out rather interesting, and it's going to end very interestingly. Players are going to be battling to get as many grenades as they can in their inventory. And the problem is, because we're going to be driving around in cars and using grenades for the entire match, you kind of don't want to use all your grenades in the first half. You want to be saving a whole bunch of your grenades for the final circles, where there's not very much space, and therefore you can do more damage. So it ends up being reasonably tricky. So this is just some of the beautiful scenery. You can see the outsides of the houses, the warehouses have all been redone. The grass is beautiful, and the detail put into this is really nice. It's patchy, but not in a way that makes it look predictable. And even the insides of all the buildings have had all their textures remodeled. It's absolutely delightful. If you haven't checked this out before, I highly recommend you do just that. It's absolutely incredible. And now, let's go ahead and see where people are dropping. Oh, another 3 teams military base. This is going to be interesting indeed. Dear, oh dear. Managing to find some crossbows very quickly indeed. This is Essence Zero. Wait, hang on a second. That's a teammate, buddy. If he successfully hits a shot, Sergo is watching. He will get kicked. I'm not very sure about this guy. Oh well. We'll keep watching him. And if we see him in the kill feed, we'll give him a swift little kick from the server. I think. In the meantime, test run. Getting a melee kill onto someone from Team 5. This is elsewhere in military base. It looks like that is in a factory. And indeed, his teammate actually has a pan, but that won't be required on this occasion. The flags and other stuff outdoors in the military base are also just really beautiful. I love how there's like an Eye of Sauron in the middle of that statue as well that we've just gone past. Really strange. Slightly creepy, to be honest. Dear, oh dear. Ah! Through the eye. Well, we can see everything, so that's fair enough. Yeah, and it looks like it was just a little bit of a joke. It wasn't actually some team kill. Team 19 are going to be continuing to... what is this circle? Okay, so vehicles do not spawn in and around Stalba that much, but the first circle is absolutely going to be centered around there. Very interesting indeed. That could end up getting very, very tricky for the guys. It means that the teams are going to have to find vehicles from elsewhere and are going to have to drive in. Now, keeping those vehicles is going to be very, very important. Now we take a look. Let's follow Frogman for a second. Let's take a look at the textures inside the buildings as he loots around, because a lot has changed in terms of interior design as well in Battlegrounds. And you can see here, well, he's probably staying still because there are people next door, but all of the rooms inside these apartments have changed. The size and layout of these rooms have changed as well, and it looks beautiful. 2 adrenaline syringes next to each other. What? I never get this kind of loot. A lot of kills actually happening early on. I think this might be from some people who either hot dropped each other or don't play Mad Max that often, because the goal really, what you want to do is get in vehicles and then go somewhere remote and hide from people, because having 4 vehicles in the final circle ends up being basically very advantageous to your squad. Means you can push other people out of the blue, you can run people over, you can have people coming into your vehicle as a passenger and then shooting with the crossbows, all sorts of possibilities. So keeping all 4 people alive and getting as many vehicles as possible tends to be the way to go here. So a fair number of kills so far, actually. A lot in military base, and some elsewhere as well. It looks like a big fight going on in Millie base. I'm pretty sure that's an accidental team kill as 3 people try and hit 3 other people. Squad 19 will be able to finish that. What on earth is going on there? I have no idea what Squad 14 are doing, but I get the impression they're not going to be in this game very much longer. Where on earth were the teammates? Or maybe the person who's trying to team kill has died. I don't know what the story is there, but that's fine. The ruins, by the way, in Stalba have been given a rework as well while we're here. The stonework and moving in and around haven't changed as much as some of the other features like inside buildings and stuff on Erangel. But hopefully you guys can spot the differences. The textures are beautiful, and coupled with the new grass, it's absolutely delightful. In the meantime, Dan Bennett has fallen, and hopefully he can get up. We don't know exactly where, but we're going to hunt for it because it's funny. Oh, never mind. Gab has panned him. Pandan has happened, ladies and gentlemen. And squads 6 and 7 seem to be locking horns at the moment. And Dan Bennett is going to be out of the game. That's around Kameshki, I believe. Squad 7. Dan Bennett in Discord saying, I pressed F instead of T to talk in-game. FML. Hashtag Pandan. Press F to pay respects to Pandan. And a couple of team fights elsewhere. Getting a little bit heated. What on earth is going on? That is 3 different. Oh, I see. There are squads basically running over each other with cars at the moment. So this is what we expect to see in the final circle, except these guys are properly going for it right now, and it doesn't look like Squad 16 is going to be alive very much longer. There goes Delhi Bayou. And that team, not eliminated yet by the looks of things, but not doing particularly well. This is why it is important for you guys to get vehicles early in this game mode. I think we're now starting to see what's going on. I'm expecting to see a lot of people rotating in very soon. I'm also... Oh, wow, more vehicle deaths. I'm also expecting to see people start picking up gas cans and things like that. I think it only makes sense. It looks like Zed... Oh, no, sorry. Spirito? It looks like he's waving out the window of the car. It doesn't look like he's holding a grenade. At all. Oh, a little bit of sabotage going on here. Crossbows coming out. High risk maneuver because the vehicles can still, of course, wrap around. And Morgan taking a little bit of revenge. He got boxed in by Squad 20. He's trying to make them regret it. Now he's back out after taking 2 people down. Woo, no! Spyro, what did you do? He let go of the cooked frag too late, blew up his own vehicle, and as a result, his squad is... Oh dear, that was absolutely embarrassing. Oh, that's unfortunate. And we have a single person on a bike. Oh no, that's not true because Trival and Endmeister are both here. And Squad 6 are honking their way to victory in this fight right now. Wizard Hat will be able to get... Oh dear, will be able to get that down. He might be able to pan him! Wuz is coming in with the pan. We're going for it. It's officially a pan battle. Wuz gets taken out by... No, Clover takes out Endmeister. Not before Endmeister manages to kill Doge. But I think the fight is now over. Oh me, oh my. Alright, first circle, almost complete now. We can see the majority of the teams that are left in the game have got some number of vehicles with them. That's going to be extremely important. I think we're getting the hang of Mad Max Furygrounds now. Squad 15, unfortunately, stepping out of the vehicle for a cigarette break. And sadly, that is going to be them out of the game. Or at least those few players. I think they still have a teammate available. Now, this blue zone isn't instant kill, although falling out of your vehicle at speed would be instant kill. Morgan, we saw him a little bit earlier. He's going to be able to make it in. No King of the Hill circles this time, so it's not actually that brutal. We talk about how surprising it is only 1 or 2 people died to the blue zone in King of the Hill. I'm actually quite impressed. We've done all right. Morgan needs to heal a little bit, but otherwise, they're doing just fine. Where else have we got? The next circle centering in on Severny. Alrighty. Wacko Taco, eliminating Team 14. I believe Team 14 were the team down in military base towards the beginning of the game. Enforce has been spotted. He's been spotted by the Wizard Hat. Running away from the grenade. And Gab coming in with the assist. Beautiful 1-2 there. Team 6 managed to take someone else out. We still have 45 people left alive in this game. So that's quite a lot. I'm pretty sure we have more people alive than we have vehicles. Oh my! 2 different teams getting in the same vehicle. This will be interesting. Here come the pans. And oh dear, Team 4, life sucks. It certainly does for Posick at the moment. Oh me, oh my, getting your vehicle boarded and then getting panned. How embarrassing. 93 Tat will finish off the kill with a grenade. Good grenade onto the vehicle, but cooked. Perhaps not quite enough. Life sucks literally on 1 HP. He needs a place to heal. Reloading the crossbow and staying behind a wall. He needs to get a heal off before he gets back into a vehicle. That other UAZ as well is smoking. Don't necessarily want to be playing with that. And you can see Tommy. Is it Tommy or Tumai Korean? Could be either, really. We're going to call him Tommy for this game. Chilling out next to Cola Lover. And these guys are driving around. That's exactly what you have to do in Mad Max. That is exactly what these guys have to do. Shout out to Raf in the chat as well, by the way. Thank you for your understanding. Sorry that you weren't playing on the same team as your friend this game. Hopefully you guys have an ult and you're able to join for the next game. I'll even post the password for you in Twitch chat so that you get it a little bit earlier. But your friend will have to join on a different account, unfortunately. So hopefully you have one available. Apologies if not, but I'll do my best to help if I can. Inside Severny, Team 8 are kind of chilling, but the problem is they're going to end up needing vehicles sooner rather than later. How does Tommy Korean kill Cola Lover? They were both in vehicles a second ago. If you're in a vehicle, don't get out, guys. That is not what you want to do. At all. Alright. Next play area, reducing in size, 5 seconds. We're down to 33 people alive. A lot of explosions going on here. We almost had 2 grenades collide in midair. This is teams 1 and 5. Soryan running from a chicken. Oh, wait. No, that was his teammate's frag grenade. Moonhan accidentally getting his teammate as well as Soryan. Well, go and revive your teammate, mate. What are you doing? He's just running away. We could use a revive. A stun grenade just got thrown onto his teammate. That's not particularly helpful, guys. Come on. Oh no, it's because the blue is approaching. Oh, that's disastrous. They might end up having to leave him there, because where are the vehicles? They might have to run. They literally don't have time. I understand what's going on now. That is a rough position to be in. You need to get those vehicles early. And you need to get them... You need to get them in zone. You need to get them early. You need to make sure you have enough fuel early on in this game mode. Life sucks. Continuing to experience what it's like to have life to suck outside of a vehicle, but fortunately, 93, or Tat, has actually got a dasher. They appear to be chasing Squad 6. Now, this is what you should be doing, but I'm just not sure you should be doing it in Circle 2. Because you're going to run out of grenades by the time the circle gets small. And when there are 10 people in a circle that's really tiny, do you really want to run out of grenades then? Probably not. So you're going to have to play this tactically. Oh my god, never mind! Managing to get the Molotov onto Gab. Down to 60 hit points, trying to get some more damage done. This really is Mad Max action. This is what this game mode was meant for. I just wasn't expecting to see this early in the game. Flames coming from behind that dasher. Hot pursuit. And we have Wooz coming up behind him. God knows what he's going to be able to do from a two-man bike. Tat spins out. The Molotov goes wide. And Squad 6 get away. Well, that was a fun little chase. Got Squad 7, Coldy and co. close to them now as well. And let's see where the next circle is. It's going to be moving out of Severny towards the south. Good, we're going to start seeing some field action. 27 people and 14 teams left alive here in game number 2. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And thank you very much for everyone who followed and subscribed. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already and can spare the click, please do hit the follow and subscribe button. I will be streaming PUBG, but all manner of other games as well. And more importantly, if you want to play in the games right now, go to discord.gg/PUBG Reddit. The wonderful guys at PUBG Reddit are helping me with the bot to get the game started and stuff like that. And we are working together to host today's custom games. It's been absolutely delightful so far. We're in the middle of game 2. This is Mad Max Furygrounds. There are grenades, there are crossbows, there are vehicles. That is basically it. So this is absolute carnage, and I'm actually really surprised we have this many burnt out vehicles, and it's not even phase 3 yet. So clearly something is working quite well. Tig Betty next to Puree, and that's because they're both next to Ghost, who manages to escape on a bike. Do these guys have a vehicle? If they don't, then hanging around here with their pants is not going to be ideal. Ghost, I don't know what he's trying to bait, but he's a single person against 2 people in that dasher. Maybe he's looking for an opportune moment to use a crossbow. These guys get smoked. That must have been very scary for them. They were busy looking at Ghost, and then someone else came out with a smoke grenade. Ghost needs to be careful. You don't want to let someone on the back of that bike. What on earth are you doing? Frag grenades now coming out from Squad 4 as well. Here we go. Opportunity for Ghost. Misses the first drive-by. There are now 3 different squads, and this is absolute carnage next to this beautiful warehouse. Let's go ahead and see if we can follow one of them. Ghost missing at the moment, but that's fine. Squad 4 deciding this might be a little bit too much because there are multiple squads involved and not 100% sure who is here and when. So it looks like this situation will have to get resolved on a little bit of a later date. I think Ghost is trying to set up Squad 4 for Squad 13 to chuck a grenade and blow up the car. But they've used so many frags already, I wonder how much they've actually got left. I don't even know. All sorts of carnage going on right now. Someone making a new alias for the test server. New map, boys! Squad 17. Moving around in the US. Phase 3 will now be contracting in 30 seconds time. And Grubby Wolves. We saw Team 14 at the very beginning of the game. On scaffolding, I believe, in Military Island. They finally bow out in 12th place. As the carnage starts to begin, you can see so many cars and so many people in an increasingly small area. This is going to come to a head at some point very soon. Someone throwing grenades at Sergo. That's just rude. You can't kill the observers, Team 4. And the next phase is going to start chunking as well, so you don't really want to spend too much time outside in the blue. So everyone on vehicles, you'll want to be moving around. You'll want to be inside the next zone. Usually by the time we get to phase 6 or so, full-on carnage starts taking effect. We're following Life Sucks once again. Oh, spotted someone who's staying still. Probably don't want to let loose of that grenade while they're so close to you. You end up blowing up your own vehicle as well. Gets hit by a crossbow from behind. Stay still for too long. That's what happens. Ghost managing to get the shot off, doing 51 damage. And this is a rather exciting 1v2 indeed. Ghost taking a lot of risks right now. I have to... Ooh, God. An arrow to the chest there. That looks rather painful. Not as painful as an arrow to the knee, as we all know. Ghost was inside their car for a second, and here we go. We have a pan battle. He's stolen the dasher. He's stolen the dasher. These guys are going to have to get... Oh, no! Someone got in the dasher with Ghost. He's going to have to go out. He manages to get out, but unfortunately, the bike then runs him over. That's going to be it for Ghost in this game. What a brilliant battle that turned out to be. But hang on a second. Team player is back to try and protect his teammate. Not quickly enough for Tat to get the kill off, though. And Ghost, what a brilliant sequence we saw from him. But unfortunately, that will be the last part he plays in this game. We're down to 15 people alive with 8 teams remaining now. Squad 16 of a total of 10 kills. Absolutely demolishing it, but what's important is that they are the last team left alive. Pan versus Crossbow now happening at this particular compound. Rather confusing. Oh my god, never mind. That is literally the definition of a crunch third party there. Wacko Taco says, nice fight, boys. Squelch. And that is the end of that fight. Oof. Absolute oof. Phase 4 will be moving in very soon. We're now down to 11 people. The majority of these guys now are out of the game. Tat and Co are going to have to get in reasonably quickly. 15 seconds until phase 4 is complete. You can see it's not an instant death in blue zone, although the next one will be. So we need to wait and see where they're going to end up going next. Tat meting up outside the blue, but phase 5 is going to be coming in a minute and a half. That's going to be rather rough. And Wacko Taco goes down. That's grenade from Wuzzard Hat. Team 23. Still in the game, Wacko Taco with that brilliant third party earlier. Oh my goodness. Tommy doing a bit of a drive-by on Gab there, and unfortunately that means that Team 6 are down to 2. That's Clover and Wuzzard Hat in the same UAS. Phase 5 is now going south of the road. 6 teams and 8 people left alive. "30 seconds left until we move south of the road." You're watching Mad Max Furygrounds. The players here only have vehicles, throwables, so grenades, and melee weapons with crossbows. There are no crates, and these guys will not be able to do anything else. So having the vehicles going into the last circle are going to be incredibly important here. Tommy has managed to find himself a shack, but needs to be careful that the vehicle he's using doesn't get stolen. He's got a 3-man bike. Great grenade onto that UAS. A pity there was no one inside it. Still 6 teams left alive in this game, and anyone can end up winning. Oh my god, Coldy thinking about the shack, and Tommy chucking a grenade in his face and deciding, okay, that might not end up being a good idea. 20 seconds left until phase 5 starts to contract. Great grenade onto Coldy, takes him down to about 30 hit points, but there's a lot of third-party possibilities here, especially with the speed of some of these vehicles. Tat almost gets a kill off onto Tommy. He's going to have to retreat into the shed and decide what to do next. He has got that 3-man bike available, but has to go out in order to get it. Coldy chancing it outside, and that's exactly what happens when you're out of your vehicle too long. Match edge here. unfortunately, gets the initial run and will be able to finish off that kill as well. Tat now hiding behind a rock. I think he's conserving fuel because the bike, unfortunately, might be quite damaged at the moment. Tat, we've been following him since the start of the game, has been on a bike for most of it. He's been doing reasonably well. But reasonably well doesn't win you Mad Max Furygrounds. 6 teams and 7 players. Only a single team has 2 people in it. Is that squad 6? I want to say, yeah, it's Clover and Wizard Hat. Everybody else now is a solo. 40 seconds until Phase 6 contracts. And look at this. There aren't actually that many grenades out at the moment. Clover has got 7 frags and 4 Molotovs. I reckon pretty much everyone else has significantly fewer grenades, and I think that's because a lot of people were using their nades very early on. I think Clover and Wuz are doing quite well for themselves in this particular game. Team player. In fact, if that was a heavier vehicle, Tat might have pushed the UAZ onto team player and actually caused him to die from his own vehicle. That hasn't happened, though. He only rammed the UAZ with a bike. 30 seconds left to go until the circle continues to contract. Still 6 teams left alive, and Team 6 are the only team with more than 1 player. Literally anything can happen. I reckon by, well, Phase 6, I did say, was where things started getting properly hectic. And there are fewer people than normal, but this could end up happening. Maciek being very, very brave there with the number of vehicles that are nearby. I'm not so sure about that. His bike is now suddenly out in the open. Squad 23 almost trying to reverse into him at this point. And Tommy on the back of... Wow, I didn't even know that was... Okay. Tommy is on the back of the bike that Maciej is now on. If Maciej goes out into the blue just for a second, Tommy dies. But I'm not sure if Maciej realizes that Tommy's basically on 1 HP. This is going to be rather interesting. He's on 66 hit points. In my opinion, he should just move out into the blue. That's what I would do. Tommy is under the influence of painkillers or energy drink at the moment. We don't know which. He's slowly gaining health over time. This is amusing. I've never had 2 people from different teams share a 2-man bike. Presumably, you'd be able to wrestle him off. Doesn't look like that's a thing you can do at the moment. And Phase 6 is now in full effect. A lot of damage being dealt by the blue zone if you were to venture outside. And this is about to get really hairy because Phase 7 moves everybody in to within a second or 2 driving of each other. Squad 23 going out on a limb, moving away from the zone and taking a lot of damage. Not ideal. Clover and Wuz applying the handbrake to avoid going out of the zone. They know just how much damage that can do. I think they're waiting for the last possible moment. Oh, pushing someone out into the blue. That is novel indeed. Doesn't quite work on this occasion, but comes very close to killing someone. Tommy has found a rock on the edge of the circle here. And I think these guys are hoping they can push someone else out into the blue zone. It will almost work. They almost get into the blue themselves, though. Some excellent driving there from Clover and Wuz. Again, they seem to be able to get 80-90% of the way there, but not quite managing to do it. Oof. They get knocked out into the blue themselves, and look at that. Down to about 50 spent hit points so quickly. Maciej, though, is down. So we're down to 5 teams and 6 people left alive. Phase 8 coming very close to happening now. Team players UAZ is also smoking from the front, so it won't take too much damage before that explodes. They'll be keeping an eye out there. Tommy on the rock still, opting to try and stay out of everyone's way. The problem is he doesn't have a vehicle next to him anymore, and the next circle is going to force him out into the open. We're going to have to see some serious dodging skills here from Tommy. He's got no choice. God, look at how much that zone is chunking. If you don't have a vehicle now, you are in trouble. 5 teams and 6 people left alive. There goes Tommy. Wizard Hat managing to get the kill with the vehicle. But these guys have to heal up. I'm not really sure what that was for. A little bit of a misthrow there, possibly by Wuz. And we are down to 4 teams, 4 vehicles with 5 players total. Team player going a little bit outside and costing him about half of his life. Clover and Wuz trying to reverse Tat out of the circle. Won't quite manage to do so. Team player getting very low now. That's the second time he's ventured out in the blue, and we are about to go into phase 9. In 30 seconds time, the entire map is about to contract. Raider finally getting the kill onto team player with a frag grenade to the UAZ. We're down to 2 teams and 3 alive. It's just Raider, Clover, and Wuz now. One UAZ versus the other. Both are smoking. Now, one of these teams has a rear gunner. Clover and Wuz are able to tag team it, whereas Raider has to keep driving. So this is going to be a challenge. Looks like both UAZ are stopping temporarily. They're trying not to give Raider a chance to heal and pushing him out into the blue. That's going to be the strategy employed by Clover and Wuz here. Not quite T-boning the UAZ and able to get position on, but Raider, unfortunately, managing to go out on his own, trying to get into the backseat of the other UAZ. He doesn't make it in. Wuz gets the pan kill to finish the game. Clover and Wuz had Team 6 wins Mad Max Furygrounds. Congratulations to them. They were with Escaping Kid and Doge, and they have 10 kills between them. Wacko Taco, Raider, TJ, and Red Dot will come in second place, and they've got 6 kills. And in third place, we have 93 Tat, 10K, Life Sucks, and Red Yes.